it's a party when I come to town. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between... And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Lawrence will throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. On first down, Lawrence. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Again, it's Lawrence. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. Touchdown. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
They're going for it with the option right, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go, here we go. X3, 2-3, stop it. Hey, stop it. Hey, hey, whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, let's go. Hey, keep still.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown Jaguars. Tutu Atwell, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jags lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Hey, stop.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And they'll run with ETN. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Run. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Point it right.
A quick throw complete to Chark. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hit.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Gets paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he'll be knocked down at the 15-yard line.
And that might be exactly what he needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given him much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make it 24-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Pierce gets this one running right.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Hey, alert 33.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Mayfield to throw it.
Open man there is Collins, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
From 10 yards out. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because he had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Lawrence's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut in.
Pierce has it knocked loose.
Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they work this run upfield across the 45. Big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A first down throw from Mayfield. Open man right side is Sharp. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now here's another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect him to do exactly that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mayfield on first down. He's got it to Collins, complete. Past the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they'll roll over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Hey,
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for two here.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. That's caught at the 1. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Waddle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50 as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Point it right.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mayfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Hurry!
Now Mayfield on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Go!
On first down, Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
6 yards left on second down. Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Okwuegbunam. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Derek Stingley getting home on the corner blitz.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. On third down, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Waddle, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Well, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Run.
To throw, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Mayfield looks to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
The Jaguars take over first down at their own 25 yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne,
75 yards.
and the Jaguars are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield on play action. A quick throw, but incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
run. Hurry!
Mayfield off the play fake. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The Texans on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Afizu Melifonwu. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep in one of these first snaps just because they can.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another toe for Etienne.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Texans, any slim hopes they had at a